It's time to stop living for other people and caring what everyone thinks. Hey icons. I went through literal hell to set up this angle, but here's my setup. I got a diffuser for Christmas just to set the vibes for this day. So before we get started, get a cup of coffee or tea or water, whatever you want. And a disclaimer before we get started, I need this advice just as much as whoever clicked on this video needs it. I'm assuming you need it since you clicked on this video, but this has always been a huge struggle of mine. I mean, I think it's a huge struggle for a lot of people because we live in a world of stress. But yeah, I have gotten a lot better at not caring what people think through practice, but that's really what it takes is practice and reminding yourself of the truth. And yeah, I've done a lot of things that I never would have done before, but I ended up doing. And you know, it's still a work in progress, but we always celebrate the progress that we make, right? So I did so many things that I was scared of what others thought while I was doing it. But then I didn't care because I was like, I know that in the end, I whatever this thing I'm going for is, I really want this, and it's not worth holding myself back because of what I think other people might perceive me as, if you know what I mean. Like, if it's something I really want, I'm gonna go for it no matter what. And if people doubt me, I'm gonna go for it even harder because, you know, it's your life. Like, nobody's opinions should dictate what you do or how you think because it's your life and they don't live your life every day. You're the one who is living your life every day. So you should do what makes you happy. And life is too short to live for other people. You should be living for yourself. You should go for what you want and what makes you happy because you're the one who's going to be living that life every day. Do you want to live a life every day that you chose because you were scared what people thought? I know I don't. And this is a piece of advice I heard in middle school that changed my life, which is kind of like a basic piece of advice to me now, but back then I was like, is the fact that nobody actually pays as much attention to you as you think that they do. Like, put yourself in their shoes. When you're in public, do you look around at every single person and judge every single little movement they make? I don't think so. So nobody's paying as much attention to you as you think, so you can do whatever you want. It's not going to affect people. And, you know, I mean, if it does, there are obviously, to an extent, there are things you do that affect people. Your actions affect people. Your actions have consequences. But I'm talking in the sense of, like, going after what you want and caring what people think. Who's going to stop you? You know, people, like, they're not going to pay as much attention to you as you think. You know, they have their own life. They're paying attention. They have their own struggles, their own worries. They're paying attention to themselves. So if you're in public and you're, like, scared of how people will perceive you, just put that into perspective and be like, am I paying attention to every person? No, I'm worried right now about what people think. Everybody around you is probably worried with what you think of them too. So try to find that common ground and be like, oh, actually, like, everyone's worried about what people think, to an extent. So, like, some people are more worried than others, but that doesn't mean everybody doesn't get worried every once in a while about what people think. It's a normal human thing. So if that gives you comfort that other people are feeling that way, think of it. I almost didn't pursue YouTube, even though I always knew that I wanted to, since I literally knew what YouTube was. I hadn't, like, I always said that I wanted to be like a teacher. I never did. I literally could never see myself doing anything even close to that. I think I just said it because my mom is a teacher and my sister always wanted to be a teacher. And so I was like, okay, I guess I have to. Because I was little. I didn't really have, like, full direction in life. But, like, you know, when you're little and you have absolutely no limitations and doubts, you think, oh, I can do literally anything. and you're like, I want to be a princess. That's what I said. I want to be a princess. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be a pop star. Like, you never put limitations on yourself. But as you grow up, you learn doubt, you learn those limitations, and a lot of people, you can either choose to go after what you want or settle for something. And I'm choosing to go after what I want. And because the main reason that I was scared is because obviously this isn't a traditional thing to be doing. Like, it's not obviously a 9 to 5, but I have never felt like I was meant for that, ever. I really feel like I'm meant to be my own boss and have it live just like a free life where I can dictate my own life, my own schedule, and everything like that. I've always known that, and so I decided to pursue it. I had an epiphany when I was walking on the track at school one time, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. And I'm so glad I did. And I learned a lot through this process, and it's still a learning experience through all of it. But yeah, so like the main reason I didn't want to pursue it at first, or the reason I hesitated to pursue it, is because I was like, what will people think? People will be like, oh, boring, she's pursuing something out of the ordinary. Oh. And I was also a little bit scared of like the attention and like being seen, but now I'm not afraid of that at all. So, you know, that was what held me back. But then I was like, why should I care? It's my life, and I don't want to settle for a life that I don't want. So anyways, I was like, I don't want to settle for a life I don't want. So I pursued YouTube, and I saw a video that was like, if you still have big dreams, you will achieve them. Because there's so many people who have big dreams and then just give up on them because they're like, that's not realistic. But you don't know if you don't try. Also, I'm literally going on a rant. This is about what people think, but it is related because that's why I almost didn't pursue this. But whatever. So yeah, I didn't, like, you are the one who creates your reality and your life. So don't give up on something because you think that other people will judge you for putting yourself out there or going after what you want, because it's your life. Like I said, like, you can do whatever you want, or not whatever you want, but you know what I mean. And nothing. Sorry, oh, who wants to get me a new ring light? Let me know if anybody knows of an indestructible ring light. Okay, anyways, so nothing that you do is actually going to affect other people as much as you want. I mean, as much as you think it is. Obviously, your actions affect people. Like, they affect people, but in the sense of, like, if you're like, I want to be an actress. Okay, do it, because people aren't gonna judge you as much as you think. Like, my therapist always says this to me, like, people aren't as judgmental as you think they are. A lot of it, if you are really scared of judgment, can stem from things that happened in your past. Like, for example, people were so mean to me in 5th grade, and so I always just assumed that everybody was going to judge me no matter what. Or like seeing people around me judge other people for no reason. I was like, oh, so everybody's like that, right? But no, most people are not. So yeah, but if people are judging you or anything like affected by what you do with your life, it's a projection of their own limitations. Like, if you tell somebody like, oh, I want to like be a model, and they're like, that's not realistic, it's because they are insecure. It's because they're projecting their own limitations on you, and they're jealous. Don't be jealous. I literally said that in the last video. But if people are affected by that, they're not meant to be in your life, or they just need to shut up. Like, because a lot of times things that people say to you don't have anything to do with you. And obviously take that with a grain of salt. Sometimes it does have to do with you. You have to, be self-aware about that. But if you're like, if you say something that you want to do with your life, and people are like, really? It does not make you any less valuable. They're just a loser. They're just a loser. And I'm speaking from experience. So yeah. Because sometimes if I tell people what I want to do, a lot of times people are just like, okay, because it's not their life and they need, who cares? But sometimes they're like, but then I have to remind myself, like, oh, like, it's my life. I can do whatever I want. And I'm not going to be thinking about them when I'm successful. That's what I always think. And a lot of times, like I said, it's a limitation people place on themselves that they're placing on you as well. So I'm repeating myself a lot, sorry. But like I said, you won't even think about the people who are judging you when you get those dreams that you want or when you prove them wrong. I feel like if you want something or if you want to do something and you're scared of what people will think, once you do it, you'll be like, oh, like nobody actually cares, and then it'll get easier every single time. Like even just little things, like I used to be scared to just like even speak to people. I still kind of am sometimes, but I'm getting more comfortable and better at it in some ways. So like as I do it more, I'm like, oh, it's actually not even that bad, and it gets easier, and I care less what people think every time I do something that I'm scared will be judged. So like literally they won't even be a second thought once you do the thing that you're scared of. So you shouldn't limit yourself and put yourself in a box because you think that people are going to judge you. And once you do the thing that you're scared of, you'll realize that it actually does not matter. And yeah, like I said, they literally, hey, they literally won't even be a second thought. And you are the only person who knows every single detail about yourself. So you are the only one who gets to say anything about who you are and have an opinion about what you're doing. I mean, except like your loved ones, but like I said, take that with a grain of salt. Don't let strangers dictate what you do because who cares about them? I'm gonna end off with a few quotes. First one is from Patrick Verona from 10 Things I Hate About You, my second favorite movie that I've seen 12 times. You're oh wait, I read it wrong. Don't don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. You shouldn't hold yourself back because you're scared of what people might think of you. I'm repeating myself, but I just love that quote. And yeah, you shouldn't place other people's limitations on yourself because you're scared of what they would think. Next thing, I don't care what you think about me. I don't think about you at all. That's a quote from Coco Chanel. Literally so true. Like you aren't going to be thinking about the people who you think are judging you or who are judging you in a few years from now. You're not going to be thinking about them, so just go for whatever you want, do whatever you want, live unapologetically and authentically, because why not? Like literally, why not? And the last quote is from Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I I don't care what you think about. Oh wait, I just read the same one. Life is too short to water yourself down to appease other people. This is a quote that I have needed for a long time because, especially as women, you're taught to just like shrink down, apologize, shut up. You can't say anything. You can't take a space. But yes, you can. Like I'm one of my goals that I just came up with just now is to just let myself take up more space, be more unapologetic, because living authentically is literally the key to life. That's what I've learned, and that's my goal is to be more authentic. And I've talked about this a lot with my therapist. The key is just practice and giving yourself grace, because I'm a very extreme person when it comes to the things that I want. Like literally yesterday I was like, I'm never going to care what anyone thinks about me ever again. But then I was like, oh, that's actually not possible. Like it's not possible to just immediately stop caring what everybody thinks. Everything takes practice, and it's important that you have grace with yourself and you are kind to yourself, because like you're not perfect, and you should celebrate your progress over perfection, because perfection is impossible, and you shouldn't put so much pressure on yourself. That's another thing with like the new year. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Take everything slow, take everything one step at a time. Just like let yourself do what you want. I don't know, I feel like I kind of got off topic in this video, but those are my thoughts on that. I definitely do have more to say, but I can't think of it right now. But I hope you had a really amazing Christmas, and I hope you had a good New Year's, because this video is coming out on New Year's Day. So I hope you had a good holiday season, or whatever holiday you celebrate. I hope it was amazing. And we're going to move to the last segment, which is afterthought. Also, wait, I want to say one thing, which is I I am not playing around this new year. I have gotten rid of so many things that don't align with the version of myself that I want to be in 2026. I've made a mind movie. I've made a vision board. I made a collage. I made a Pinterest board. Like, girl, I'm not playing. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around. And I've changed around some things in my room, and I got rid of so much stuff. Um, because, yeah, like I said, I'm not playing around. And also, I did a full rebrand again, which is still kind of a work in progress. Actually, not really. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, if you didn't watch my New Year's video, I did a 45-minute special for New Year's. So you should watch it because I took you through everything that I did to prepare for the new year. I reviewed my 2025 goals and I wrote new goals and intentions, and then I just did everything. And yeah, today's New Year's Eve when I'm filming this. And oh, another amazing, exciting thing. I quit my job. I don't know when I said this, but I was talking about how draining it's been. Like, I literally couldn't even talk about the job without crying. That's how, like, it was so mentally taxing and so, like, bad. But I do work today for 6.5 hours on New Year's Eve, but it's okay. Um, so I'm very excited for, like, everything just feels like a fresh start. I'm purging my life and my space of things that don't align anymore to make room for new things, and I'm just super, super excited about this year. I think it's going to be an amazing year. I literally think it's going to be, like, the best year ever. So I'm super excited about this year. And yeah, anyways, now let's actually get to this. Every time I open one of these, I'm like, girl, what? Because I don't know what's even written in here. Let's see. If you had to be stuck in one movie, what would it be? Comment below. Comment below. I would be stuck in every movie I can think of. Is probably The Corpse Bride because no particular reason. That was the first one I thought of. No, my actual answer. I honestly don't have an actual answer. Actually, The Devil Wears Prada without Meryl Streep. Actually, with Meryl Streep. Hey. um, because it's in New York and it's like fashion and like fashion magazine and like ooh, and that's literally like I love that. So yeah, I would be stuck in The Devil Wears Prada. Okay, we have to hurry this up because my storage ran out. But thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you were inspired or learned something. I hope you're having an amazing year, or whatever. Or I hope you have an amazing year. Like, comment what movie you would be stuck in. Like the video. Subscribe for more like this and more vlogs. And subscribe to join me in 2026. All of that, whatever. Follow my TikTok. I'm so nervous. It's gonna run out. And I will see you next year. Next year. I'll see you next week. And bye. Love you. Make sure you stay iconic. Or else.